Okay, we're going to pick it up here on the first tee at Winding Hills Golf Course. What I try to do is teach my students and share with anybody I can some of the psychology. Many times on the first tee, people are very nervous because they're concerned about who's watching them, who's looking at what's going on. What we need to do is we really need to focus more on the process. We have to look out to the hole and judge the hole, where the problem is, and start to think clearly and focus very much on the process, not the result. Golf courses will kind of suck you into a result orientation rather than a process orientation. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to play this first hole in 3 parts, then hit my tee shot, and then I'm going to demonstrate some second shots to pitch up on the green, and then we'll talk about the green itself. So I'm going to hit a shot here. This hole is about 140 yards. The pin is on the back right now. This hole is about 140 yards long. It has trouble on the right side, it has trouble on the left side. Many times you think about the trouble more than you think about the green. Consequently, whatever your mind thinks about is where your shot will go. You have to start getting to the point where you can focus clearly on what your intent is, so you have a very clear intent. Now, I'm going to take this shot, and you're not going to be able to follow the ball here because we have a little bit of a hazy day, a little bit of an overcast, but you'll see the concept and the idea, and I'll try to talk you through it. I'll go ahead and set up now. I'm going to take a couple of practice swings just to get a feel for the club. I'm going to come behind the ball and look down the line of the ball, focusing on what my target is. I'm going to be very focused on the clarity of intent of the target, not the problems on the hole. Okay, pretty good shot. I judged the distance pretty well. Looks like it was about 145 yards to the back of the green. We're going to go down now. We're going to pick this up in the next section of a video where I'm going to demonstrate some of the shots around the green. So just to review what we went over here so far today, is that when you get on the first tee, try to take it out of your mind what other people are thinking about you or how you're reacting to the interference that may be in the area. But what you want to do is focus clearly on what your intent is. Don't focus on what you don't want to do, focus on what you do want to do. Very important for the mental state that you're going to hit the shot with. We'll pick up down by the green. Okay, I got pretty lucky here. We had a little bit of downwind when I was hitting the shot, but I judged it pretty well. I'm about pin high on the green. But I'm going to pretend for a moment that I went off to the right of the green because I want to demonstrate a pitch shot from this point, which is downhill running away from me with a severe break from right to left. So if I had pushed it out, I would have a shot a little bit different than the putt that I'm going to have here. I'll be back to also demonstrate the putt here in a moment. So I'm going to come back here a little bit and drop the ball in the rough, where I might have a more difficult shot at this point. Setting up at this point, I want to judge the tip of the green. Right now the green is tipping very severely from right to left, so I'm going to have to play the shot fairly high. I'm going to go back to my methodology. Again, I'm going to be focusing on the process. The process here is, remember, with the pitch shot, it's a press, back, brush. We use a forward press to make sure we're making good contact. Press, back, brush. Your thought process should be to brush the grass, not hit the ball. I'll set up. I'm aiming about, right now I'm aiming about 8 to 10 feet to the right of the hole. And the ball should curve down, taking the gravity drop down to the hole. Press, back, brush. Okay, not bad. I hit the flag. It was running a little bit fast, but I had a pretty good line on it and judged the break pretty well. Now I'll go up and hit this putt. You're going to be able to see the break even clearer with the putt. Okay, from here I don't have quite as much break as I did with the pitch shot. I have about 3 feet of break from right to left. I'm going to be hitting it up the hill slightly, so I have to take that into consideration for the distance. My My putting stroke, remember, is a tick-tock motion. That's the natural body rhythm. I want to use a tick-tock motion. That's going to give me a natural, instinctive feel for distance. So setting up with a slight open stance, I find that to be helpful to get good alignment. Tick-tock. Just missed. A little bit long, but actually you want to run the ball by the hole. Many people come up short very often. That should conclude it for this hole. I have a little tap in here to finish up with today. Thanks for joining me again this week. We're going to pick it up again next week on hole number 2.